What is up, everybody? I am still here. I am still alive. The last challenge did not take me out. Okay, everybody. Hello, hello. So, you may be thinking to yourself, man, that audio in the beginning was really hard to hear. Well, there's a reason for that. My new camera that I had and my new microphone, I forgot to activate my new microphone to record this bit. So you're going to be getting a lot of voiceover work and commentary. So let's see. Do you remember this bit? I absolutely do. I remember all of it. Unfortunately, this disgraceful display will haunt me for the rest of my life and almost got me to quit playing Resident Evil 4 altogether. But I'm still at it, as you can see. So, yeah, we're going to be having some commentary. And every time you see the Complex Man logo, that is when I will be chiming in with my 2 cents. This can also be seen as a special video that I wanted to put out there because I actually hit 50 subscribers. I believe as of today. It's not too much of a big deal to all the big time people out there that are on YouTube, but for me, it's a milestone. So I would like to reward you with a little bit of play-by-play commentary. So let's sit back and enjoy.
In one go. But sure. No! I wasn't supposed to do that. I'm so tired that I frickin' just... all of that time. I can't undo that. Okay, you're probably not gonna see me playing Resident Evil 4 for a while because of that one mistake right there.
So, when I'm doing farming runs such as this, it is pretty much the same thing, and it is going to just be a lot of running past things, and because this is not an actual challenge. This is basically just farming, as I could not say enough, just to be abundantly clear. So, first set of ammunition, and this is what I mean by these, Resident Evil 4 is the only Resident Evil that actually has this mechanic within it, where the developers scattered ammunition throughout the game where there is always going to be ammunition. So right here at the top of the cabin where you start the game, this handgun ammo will always be there. And throughout the rest of the game, all the handgun ammo that I'm going to be picking up is also never going to change. It'll always be there, and that's why you can use these constant spots throughout the game to farm and get something that looks like this. So this is what we have so far. Now the challenge with doing farming is as you progressively gather more and more ammunition, because the goal is to fill the case with literally as much handgun ammo as you can, that is permissible for you to continue playing the game. Obviously, all these grenades are going to end up being discarded. We want to hold on to health sprays for as much as possible, but it is probably going to only come down to like 2 or 3. And then, of course, you have the gun. And I always start these farming sessions with the hand cannon. So there are other guns that you can utilize that have... Now, I'm specifically using the hand cannon because one of 2 reasons. Or should I say just 2 reasons. So you can upgrade it to the point where you have unlimited ammo. And obviously that's ideal because you don't want to have to worry about collecting ammunition while you're farming and filling your case with a set kind of ammo, which is in this case handgun. So you don't have to worry about collecting any ammunition for the hand cannon. Also, it helps that you can basically one-hit kill just about anybody that you come across. That goes for bosses as well. It usually takes like maybe 1 or 2 shots with the hand cannon to completely destroy, except for the right-hand man of Salazar. He takes about like 10, but that's neither here nor there. Now, why I'm using the hand cannon is because there's obviously 2 other weapons that you can use when you're playing with the PlayStation. Originally, when I was first playing this game, I had it for GameCube, and they did not have the laser gun. I guess I'm going to call it, for lack of a better word. I think there's like I'll put it on screen so that you know what it is. But yeah, there's the laser gun, and then there's the Chicago typewriter. And obviously you could use those too, but you're probably seeing that the Chicago typewriter takes about, I want to say, like 15, somewhere between 15 and 20 slots just to fit in your case, and that's going to take up room, which is going to make it even more difficult to completely fill your case. Same thing with the laser gun. The laser gun takes up even more space than the Chicago typewriter. So that's why I use the hand cannon, because with the hand cannon, you only use up, what, 8 slots, and you can easily sell and then replace it with the weapon of your choice, which will be either like the handgun, Punisher, Red 9, or the Matilda, which will all be handguns that I will be doing this challenge with, and that'll be that. So yes, so to get back on track, this ammo will always be here, and going forward, all the ammunition that I will be collecting also will always be there. So I'm gonna grab that.
Okay, people, so as you heard, this is specifically going to be a farming tutorial. I am going to be showcasing every spot where you can always grab handgun ammo specifically in this run. I thought it would be appropriate because it's a way of salvaging the mistake that I did in the previous video that I showed a clip of where I accidentally overwrit the footage that I was recording, and that was basically my main file for starting all of my single weapon challenges. And with the single weapon challenges, they always start out with a case full of that specific ammunition for whatever gun that you are choosing to do the challenge with. Obviously, the categories are going to be handgun, shotgun, the rifle, Magnum, and I probably will do a run with the hand cannon as well, and I even have one with the mine thrower. That one's a little bit more difficult, but as I said in the beginning of the clip, if I did or didn't, I'm sorry, I can't remember, but the original challenge that I posted and failed miserably at, it was actually not supposed to be a kind of thing. It was actually supposed to be a see how far you can go with an entire case full of ammunition for whatever weapon you want to do this challenge with. So going forward, that's going to be the challenge for the single weapon challenges that I'm going to be doing going forward. So yeah, that is basically what I'm doing, and I'm going to show you, if you guys like this video enough, and if it gets enough likes, gets enough attention, please do let me know in the comments if you want to see further tutorials of where to find all the shotgun ammo, where to find all the TMP ammo, and so on and so forth with like the rifle, the Magnum, and how, I think I will do this one as a special treat, how exactly you can farm the mine darts that come for the mine thrower, because that's actually a process. That's a pretty hard process. Okay, so now we're going into my least favorite part of this game, and I think a lot of people agree, is the boulder part, because as I say over and over again, the boulder part is something that is not skill based. It is, unfortunately, I categorize it as luck based, because the second that you, like, maybe slide your finger off the button as it's going down, you will die, you know, and or maybe your buttons or some other kind of technical difficulty, you will die, and then you'll have to restart the whole process over again. That's why I don't think it's a skill-based thing, it's a luck-based thing that is unpredictable. So yes, I definitely do not like the boulder sequences. And as you guys can see, everything is sped up in this run, or playthrough, whatever you want to categorize it as, because this isn't a speed run. This is specifically just the handgun ammo, just so I can show you the process of what I actually go through before I had this game prepped. And I had to do this a couple of times, not just once. This is actually the second time I had to do this just to get the case completely filled. And you'll see as I progress, the more that I show the case, I keep going until I can't hold any more handgun ammo. And it gets more and more difficult as you progressively go further into the game, because you're basically cutting yourself off of resources. You know, the hand grenades, the flash grenades, the incendiary, and health items will all basically have to take a back seat once the case starts losing more and more space, and I'm going to have to discard those items to make room for all of the rest of the handgun ammo that I will be picking up. So yeah, just to reiterate again, this is only sped up because a lot of the times there's so much walking in the Resident Evil 4 games, and I think there's a lot of walking. Evil 5, and I think 6 is a little bit more entertaining. So once I get to that part, when I start playing 6, it'll be probably a little bit more different, but who knows, I might end up speeding that up too. So this scene went down so much better than the last time. If you guys remember how that went down, I can't forget. Okay, so yeah, lots of speeding up, as I said. Just as a means to fill in the gap, because this actually was like a 3-hour and like 54-minute run that I recorded before editing it down to about an hour and 20. So because I want to focus on showcasing what I'm trying to show you. And all I'm trying to show you at the moment is where all the handgun is. So you don't need to see, and I could have sped it up a little bit more, but I thought that like to speed it up completely would lose a little bit of it. But it all works out in the end, because if I sped it up completely, then there'd be no room for me to talk to you as I'm doing right now. Don't look now, people, but another boulder scene is coming around the corner, and yes, I was equally anxiety induced with this one too. And then coming up is going to be everybody else's probably favorite spot, because it is the make or break every single speed run ever done with this game. And that is Del Lago, the whale. You get to play Ahab in Resident Evil 4 and take on this, I want to say it's like a mud stopper or mud dog or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's like a giant freaking thing. If I can think of like the name of it, I'll actually of what I'm actually thinking of, because there is a creature that looks just like this, only obviously this is on a grander scale. So for everybody that doesn't know, and if you missed my other video where I did a original playthrough for Resident Evil 4, it does take 11 spears to fully end the sequence. So tuck that away. And there also is, as the more professional speedrunners will say, there is like a sequence that you have to get, which I don't know if it is in your control or not, but this is definitely one of the longer sequences, because the more that Del Lago will go in between the tree stumps that are in the middle of the lake, the harder it's going to be. Now, just a little fun tip and a little fun fact. I actually have in one of my files a case that is completely filled with grenades. And I wanted to see, and I think people have done this already, just how far you can get in the game with using nothing but grenades. Now, obviously, you would think, and I bring it up now, is because in this moment, you have to shoot the crates to give yourself a bridge to walk across. Now, if you're only using grenades, it's very complicated. It is possible, I found out, because I've already done a few test runs, and it is very possible. You just have to throw the grenades at a well-timed angle, and basically you're going to be hitting those crates just the way you would with a normal gun. But yes, it is very, very difficult, and if you guys would like to see that and see me go insane over that attempt, I will be more than happy to. Just let me know in the comments, and if I get a couple more subscribers, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. But on the upside, as I don't know if you can hear me mention, there was a special Gigante skip, and I'm trying it now for the third time, and we got it. Yep, I got it now. I had to speed it up, unfortunately, but a win's a win in my book. Okay, so now as you saw there, that was the yellow cartridge. That is hand cannon ammo, and most times, whenever you're playing with a weapon, you're normally going to get that weapon's ammunition because the game's going to try to be fair and give you obviously a good fair supply so that you can keep playing through the game. And it kind of threw me for a loop because I wasn't expecting for there to be this much ammunition in this go through with the hand cannon. But as always said, it doesn't really matter because we're not talking about the ammunition that you pick up while you're playing. We're talking about the ammunition that is always there no matter what you're playing with. And the good thing about the hand cannon is you can blow off doors, as you just saw. Deep thinking. I wish I could remember what I was saying, but I'm pretty sure it had something along the lines of there is no handgun ammo to get in this section, and so we just pressed on. Good old Leon breaking his back. Little comedic moment that the developers put in there. So as you can see, I am gradually running out of space pretty quickly. Cabin scene, very popular scene. But when you have the hand cannon in your hand, this is just a walk in the park. And I found out the best position to be in for this cabin sequence is right there that I'm positioned on the stairwell. And then basically as they're coming in the windows to these first two angles, you can just poke them off as they're coming in. And you genuinely, for the most part, don't really take too much damage because they'll run up to you to try to get up to the stairs, giving you enough time to take them out. And Luis is posted at the other window and he's pretty much covering that window. So this is probably the most ideal position. And as you can see, we went through it really quickly. So I was debating here in this moment whether or not I should just pick one side, but for the sake of showing you where every single handgun ammunition is to be found, I am going to be going both in the side with the two chainsaw ladies and the side with the Gigante because there are ammunition of handgun on both sides. So that's what I'm doing here. So one thing that I want to talk about the hand cannon, and I know that a lot of people have, played this game and it's got a lot of popularity because of the remake and all that kind of stuff. But maybe there are some people out there that don't know. So the hand cannon obviously is really powerful. You can one-shot kill just about anybody except for the right-hand man of Salazar, which takes a 10, which I already explained. But the thing that is the only thing that makes it difficult to use is the kickback. And it does, if you miss your target, leaves you open for attack, which I will be showing you when it happens. I do apologize for any people that are listening with headphones because for the sake of my volume, since I wasn't using the right microphone, just to be heard, I did have to put my volume all the way up to 200. So I do apologize. I'll put maybe a warning for volume going forward, but caught all of the sequences and muted them all, except for the beginning and the end of the video. Those were okay because there wasn't a lot of background noise. So a funny bit about this is with any other weapon, when you shoot the Granados on the gondola, you always hear them scream. But with the hand cannon, it's so powerful that it's literally killing them as they fall. Whereas any other weapon would basically make them fall and you hear them scream on the way down. Little fun fact. So as you saw there, I had to decide what to get rid of because we were again running out of room. So I left this audio on just because it was a boss fight. I don't know. I think the other ones I actually do end up muting, but I don't know. I thought maybe you'd want to see just how powerful the hand cannon is. For those of you who've never seen this, but yeah, it takes him out with one shot for each sequence. So the sequence where he's whole, the sequence where he's cut in half, one shot, and he's taken care of. And now we're carrying on to the castle. This is a very hectic area. The developers did a great job at making sure you were very, very on edge. In this first time playing this game, it was, I don't know, I feel like it was a little easier, but I can't remember a lot of like the first times when I was playing this. And yeah, I don't know if you remember me mentioning it, but in the very beginning, I said I had this game for the GameCube. So that was not too bad, you know. The only thing that there was a difference was there are certain weapons for the PlayStation that you don't get access to for the GameCube, and there are also certain things that you could do in cutscenes for the GameCube version that you can't do in the PlayStation version. But yeah, very, very hectic, and as you saw in my challenge where I was just using the Red 9, this was very, very difficult to do. Yeah, I'm surprised that I got through it. But of course, there's that pesky water room, which we'll be seeing soon. We have our first introduction to the grottos, I believe they're called. I like to call them blind wolverines. Thought it was funny that that dynamite did not take out the other person. Okay, here we are. We are in what is, I think, classified as the water room, just because there's water in the second portion. Man, oh man, this area sucks. This area has put me through sometimes, I will say, some very, very hectic times and moments in my life. Honestly, if Ashley was not in the suit of armor, these runs would not be possible. These single weapon challenges would definitely not be possible. I mean, they're probably doable, but it will take a lot of back and forth, a lot of babysitting. Yeah, almost like, yeah. No words. No words. Saw some hand cannon ammo there, which we are not grabbing, so I chose not to grab it because we're only grabbing the handgun ammo. And even if it was laying on the floor, I wouldn't pick it up because it's actually not part of the video. I'm only picking up the ammunition that are laying around and will consistently always be there, just to reiterate it for the umpteenth time. Now we are going into the den of the Novistadors. This is on professional, but I think with having the hand cannon, makes it a pretty fair fight. Having to get rid of more items. Making more room, we're almost filled up. Now, a good way to know where the Novistadors are is, when they're invisible at least, and they're standing still, is to look for the drool that's hanging out of their mouth, because that is visible, and that is a good surefire way to always know where they are. And if you have something powerful enough to kill them with one shot, then you've just taken care of them way before you even have to deal with them. And now we're going into, I don't know, this room with the key and the red guy. I don't know. I always call him the red camel head. It's funny. But he is impossible to kill. It's only because I had the hand cannon that made it so quick. Then of course we go into this where we're trying to get one of the ornaments. This is also a tedious spot if you're not well prepared and you have a weapon that is either fully upgraded or as powerful as the hand cannon. And now we are making our way to the wolves. Okay, we did miss that there. That does count as one of them. So shame on me. There is, I think, maybe 3 spots during this run that I just did not apply a number to them in the editing process. So please do forgive me. But it actually all works out in the end because I was able to put a quite appropriate clip in at the end of the grand total of the video when you find out how many handgun ammos there are scattered throughout the game. So stick around and see what I mean. There was the second one that I missed. What I was saying there is there's no handgun in that little side room, so we didn't need to go into it, so we just bypassed that. This guy had to hit me before going through, because why not? This sequence also gets very tedious if you're not able to be well prepared for a lot of the enemies that are involved in this one room, because there's just so much going on. You got the people with the shields, you got the people with the spider parasites that are like a secondary enemy that you have to deal with. You gotta lower the bridge. Yeah, it's you know, it doesn't seem like much, but if you're not prepared, it can be troublesome. One of the benefits to having Ashley in the armor is for the sequence where you have to normally shoot the metal bars that are holding her to the wall. If she's in the armor, you can just throw a grenade down there and it breaks it instantly, making it that much more satisfying and quicker. Now, I did say if you want me to cut these scenes out of Ashley altogether going forward in my videos, because I will be playing a lot of Resident Evil 4 with the single weapon challenges, sometimes just for fun, and even with the grenade episode that may or may not happen. It depends on you guys. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you even want to see these clips of Ashley anymore, or if you just want them totally up to you guys. If you want to see them, I'll speed them up like I am doing here. I think in one video I actually ended up having like a short horror video play through the duration of her doing her thing. So if you like stuff like that, let me know. If you want to see them in full, also let me know. Any feedback is always good feedback. Good old lava room. Going for the lion's ornament. You don't have to shoot those mechanical dragons. It just makes it easier to deal with the room if you do. Last transit. So I always go to the left first. I don't know, what do you guys do? Do you do the suit of armor filled with the parasites section first, or do you do the puzzle with the falling spikes as well as the wooden drill? Do you do that first, or do you do the other sequence first? I don't know why. I always do left. This is a little cheese moment. All you gotta do is hit the lights. Everybody knows this, but again, maybe you don't. Now, another really good fun fact is you don't understand how invincible actually is in the suit of armor, because there was one sequence where I didn't actually shoot both of the Zolets that were on that drill, and I panicked. I was like, oh crap, now she's gonna die, and blah, 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 and I'll have to redo everything, because who wants to redo this puzzle? Man, it is such a pain in the butt. But, in the suit of armor, that doesn't even kill her. Literally, the drill will get to the end of the tunnel, it'll be literally on her, and she will be just fine. Another pretty tedious and annoying section up here. Like I said, you're dealing with suits of armor that are filled with plagas, and there are both versions. You have the tentacle ones, and then you have the ones that are the ones that can actually bite your head off in one shot, kill you. But you have the hand cannon, and it's just a walk in the park. More full the case is becoming. I'm so surprised that this grenade did not take out 4 of the Zolets. Like, why? Because they were wearing helmets and had shields? That's kind of weird. Okay, another section with the Novistadors. This time there's a mini hive, and try to run through here, but the problem is that when you try to shoot the chain and the bridge to lower, they all gather right there. It is so nerve-wracking to try to get through there without getting hit. That was pretty clean. The last time, not so much. Time's a charm. Okay, so the bridge scene, very tedious, but this time we just run past it all because we have the hand cannon and we can do that. God, the last time I played this was a nightmare. As if you haven't seen my first challenge video, please do check it out and try not to cringe. Now we are about to come across the right-hand man. I keep calling him that because I really haven't looked up what his real name is. Like I said, that was 10. I don't know if you guys were counting, but that was 10 shots with the hand cannon. I don't know why it takes the individual minion, for lack of a better word, of Salazar. I don't know why it takes him 10 shots, but when the other one is merged with Salazar, you can basically kill him in 3 shots. So individual power, more powerful than the combined monstrosity of the lackey, minion, whatever you want to call him, of Salazar and him combined. It's just so funny. So now this upcoming scene right there, there's a boulder here that is blocking the path. Would you guys permit me to use the rocket launcher only on this occasion going forward so that I could quickly progress? Or do you find that as a cop-out and it's almost like cheating? Let me know. If you guys think it's fair game, I will start using the rocket launcher so that I can get through it quicker. Then we got the even bigger gigantes that are happening here, but with the hand cannon, it just basically takes 2 shots for each of them and they're done. But now we go on to the most stressful area, the hive nest of the Novistadors. This, I died a couple times during this run. Not nearly as much as the last one where I was doing the challenge, but you can see here, I just got bombarded. And I had to run back because I was like, oh crap, I had to showcase the handgun ammo and where it is, and I had to go back for it, and I got killed because I did that. Okay, so I just got bombarded right after hitting the switch. They were all over me, and once again, I was taken out. Yeah, that time I actually just decided to grab the handgun ammo before going into the cavern, and I don't know how I made it through by walking by all those Novistadors without getting hit, and it happened the last time too. I just don't know, because this is on professional mode, and usually they're a lot more relentless and bloodthirsty, and making it very, very hard just to even walk by without them triggering an attack or something like that. So I was just so lucky to get through that. And now we are making our way to the underground section, it's not the minecart yet, but this is going to eventually lead up to the minecart. Again, I make this area look so easy when you have a incredibly overpowered weapon such as the hand cannon, but it is challenging, and there are a lot of things that you have to keep your eye on before, you know, taking it on otherwise. Normally in this section you can shoot two of the lights before those spider plagas actually make a jumping animation towards you, so that's ideal. And if you pick up the fact that I'm actually pausing in between sentences sometimes, it's because while recording this commentary, I feel like there's moments that another sound could come in, and I just don't want to be to have the sound go over my audio. So just on the safe side, I'm pausing in between. That was actually a really convenient shot that I wasn't even aiming for the guy with the switch, but yeah, you have to shoot the guy that is in front of the switch to reactivate the minecart. So that was a lucky shot, and it was well done. And coming down to conclusion, the spiral area of the minecart, you can never shoot the enemies and they can never hit you while that is going through that spiral. A little tip. And yep, if you do not kill the granados that are by the bonfire, they will just be sitting there waiting for you when you come back. So it's a little thing to remember. Now, I'm so used to using a sniper rifle with this section to try to shoot off the lock on the door, because spoiler alert, there is a lock on the door, and if you also didn't know, another spoiler alert, you are going to have to go into another running sequence. Yes, I died there, you know, so let's reset. You know, we all love resetting. But yeah, so that's going to be another running sequence. It's going to be similar to the boulder, only there are some added button sequences that you have to push during this running sequence that you don't normally have to during the boulder sequence. Try saying that sentence with less utilization of the word sequence. This bit is always so hard because, like, as soon as you jump off the hand, you're always worried that the guy's going to shoot you or the other guy is going to wail on you with the mace, and either one does just too much damage. So it's just like you try to shoot them, but if you're trying to do things quickly, which I'm trying to do here, you kind of just throw caution into the wind and hope for the best. But as you did see, I was able to shoot off that lock. And now we are in the Donkey Kong area. Yes, why would I be calling this the Donkey Kong area? Well, if you think about it, there are barrels that come down at you, and you have to run up the sequence to get to the top of the tower, and in your, which you don't know yet, trying to save the princess, aka Ashley, but you don't know that she's actually already been brought to another castle. Oh, I didn't even catch the Mario reference there either, so yes, it is not only Donkey Kong, but it is a classic Mario reference too. I wonder if that was purpose or just accidental. So now for this sequence with the lift sequence, obviously you can tell that all of the red solids are jumping down, but as they land, they're kind of punching over long enough for you to basically shoot two at the same time. It's mostly ideal to do that with a shotgun, But handgun or hand cannon is obviously better, for lack of a better word. And now we're into the boss sequence with Salazar and his other minion. I did get grabbed here. Another failed mini game sequence that I just wasn't able to push fast enough. But as a fun fact, if you have the ammunition to spare, shooting the tentacles and getting them out of the way altogether is more ideal, because it allows you to have a little bit more time to shoot Salazar when you do enough damage on the minion's head. But as you saw, that was completely quick. I believe it was only 3 shots to Salazar after the crest opened. And yeah, it was donezo. Now we are at the island. This is the most hated section just because of certain segments that are in this ending portion of the game. Obviously, like, this let alone is already hard enough as it is, because you have to deal with the introduction to the Gallet gun guy, and he's no slouch. But with the hand cannon, easy word. 2 shots and you're done. But now, as I've said so many times before, and if you guys haven't seen my video, I hope that you watch this one and you'll get this tip. So if you kill everybody in the area, which normally you do because you want to gather ammunition and health items and all that kind of stuff, but if you kill them all and you come up to this bridge sequence or little cavern, there's a quick time event that you have to dodge the boulder that is being pushed off it. But if you leave them all alive, or even one person alive, you won't have to deal with that boulder, and you can just run straight through, as I did. See the guy who's just chilling out in the oven or stove, whatever that is. Code for that was literally 321, by the way. Shedding a little light on the situation, because I don't know if you guys could tell, but it progressively got light into dark. So yeah, I was playing this game for a good almost 4 hours. You know, I know it shows, and I can't remember if I showed it at the end, but it shows my time for how long it took for me to beat this run, and I think it was like 3 hours and 40 minutes or something like that. But yeah, it's getting dark so much earlier in my area that I record from, so it's just crazy how it's getting darker these days. You know, of course it's daylight savings time, which I guess is not a thing anymore. I don't know. So yeah, if you hadn't guessed already or it hasn't been shown, for the regenerators, it only takes 3 shots with the hand cannon to explode them. And yeah, I did not get my second shot off fast enough without having to have a close encounter with that regenerator in a bad way. In a speed run, flash grenades are your best friend. That just brings back bad memories of the last sequence in the wrecking ball spot, which we aren't there yet, but God, I really hate that guy with the hammer. And I honestly don't even think he has a name. It is just like Granado with hammer, I think. And now we're at the wrecking ball sequence, people. Oh God, I hate this area now. Every time I see it, I'm just thinking of that horrible run. Oh, it took me so long to get through this. But I wonder if I switch up the tactic, because right here, I stood right there at the opening and I just shot everybody off as quickly as I could, thinning the herd, as you would say it. And I think the hardest enemy to deal with in this area was the Granados with the hammers, because they were just relentless. Now we're on the bulldozer, which also, if you can get some good accurate shots with the hand cannon, it's pretty easy to just go through. Because one good thing is, if there's like a large group of them and you shoot one and obviously it flies back and it dies, it actually stuns the rest of the group a little bit. So that's always a really cool feature for the hand cannon. But most of the time, if you're not prepared, yeah, also very hard. And I did do a personalized run with only using the rifle, and this area was just horrible to try to get through. It was, oh my gosh, unbearable. And now we're going to be going up to another scene, and it's the famed quick time event knife fight. And yep, normally I play this through and I try to add some kind of cool music, but this time I was just like, you know what, everybody's had their fill of this scene and they know it. If you want to see it in full, go and watch one of my other videos or anybody else's, because there are lots and lots of clips of this one knife fight. But it also is really hard to get through because you're constantly on edge and you're just hoping that you're not going to slip up and then have to start all over. A little bit of a bathroom break, but we're back and we're back at it now. I can't decide what is more sad, to die at, the boulder or the lasers. And I died at both of them the last time that I did my challenge run through. This sequence was so dumb during this run because this creature grabs me 3 times from the ceiling. It is just so ridiculous at how much health gets drained anytime he grabs you from the ceiling. It's ridiculous. I think I had to use like 3 health sprays. But we're through it, and now we're going to take him out. I think it's like 2 shots, but I think it's actually just one. I think it's 1 shot each, you know, but I usually end up shooting twice, but because like there's like a in between process of switching from the lower half to the upper half. So I don't know. I honestly think it's just 1 shot each. And because I'm very low on health items because of the freaking creature and him grabbing me so many times, I have to go through this little conveyor here and grab the other herb just to give me some kind of an edge going forward. And I could have sworn, I don't know, is it just me, or did that used to be a actual health spray and not just a green herb? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's so funny how those barrels do not just clear out. And I think even with using like the rocket launcher, it doesn't even take them all out completely either. It's so weird. But yeah, they are actually on my tail, and there are some times where they will chase you down as they are doing in this run. So like if I would have stayed there, they definitely would have been all over me. Now we go into the other hated area now, the Krauser fight. Leading up to it isn't too bad, but the only thing that really, it's all the quick time events. So like the boulder, Krauser's first knife fight, these sequences, because he'll get into like a knife stance with you, and then you have another mini quick time event where you have to quickly execute the button presses and all that kind of stuff just to come out on top. And if you don't, he will probably like kill you in 2 hits, which is stupid annoying, and it irks me so bad. So bad. Ugh. Hate it. Very little space. We are almost completely full. God. The last time that I had to do that one little fight with him, I think I had to redo it like 2 or 3 times. You know, he was just relentless, man. So it's good to have the hand cannon and to every now and then do a run with a weapon that you can just run through this game, because it's just it makes you just continue with your life, knowing that you're not a complete failure at this game. So now I was trying, because you can do one of 2 things. Obviously you can run behind like I did, or if you're good enough you can actually run straight through, and that little spider drone won't blow up on you if you can do it quick enough. But like I say, this area gives me so much anxiety now, so I just didn't want to test it out or try it. He still gets a few hits off me, and the way that you're supposed to beat Krauser to make it the easiest ever is with the knife in this sequence. Like all you do is you swipe at his legs, and he's supposed to get hit by the knife every time that you swipe. And I feel like that just goes out the window for me now. I do not believe in that method anymore, because it gave me so much problems with my challenge that I did, my most recent challenge video. Yeah, that was a nightmare. So many restarts. I think I had like at least 10. It was so bad. This is another really hated section as well. There are turrets everywhere, there are crossbows everywhere, dynamite, TNT, locks on the doors. So it's just like people with shields, and the shields, I'm surprised that they did so much damage, because I think I was like at half health on one occasion, and one of the guys with the shields actually like KO'd me with 1 hit. I was like, dude, I had half health. How strong of a freaking push did you give me, you know? Ridiculous, man. The hand cannon definitely makes it so much easier to deal with. And that guy almost got me too. And the tasers, the weapons in this game, it's just like, why couldn't it just be like, wouldn't it be enough to like be hit with like just a regular metal? Why does it have to be a mace? Why does it have to be a taser rod? You know, why? It's like, isn't it hard enough? Like, if you had like just like a normal club or just even like a metal rod, you know, that would be enough. You don't have to do, but it's like, come on, yeah, sure, let's, you know, it's too easy. This section is also really stupid because you have 3 turret guns all pointed at you and you're trying to destroy the guys behind the turret with the smallest hitbox that they have available. It's so dumb. So dumb. Just want to put some major emphasis on so. Now I think I have like 1 health spray, and we're still having to deal with the next upcoming spot, which I actually think I died like 2 or 3 times during this run. Oh god, it's so ridiculous because I'm running out of room. I only have a few things that I can use besides from my hand cannon, which, you know, the hand cannon should be enough, you would think, but it's actually, like I said, one of the bad things about the hand cannon is if you're completely bombarded and you have a lot of people that you have to shoot, the recoil just leaves you open for attack. So it kind of is a hindrance. Stuff like this is like where the shotgun would definitely come in because it's a wider spread and you can shoot a lot more of the groups easier. But man, I get so close so many times. Yep, got sniped by the Gatling gun guy. I'm not sure if this is the run where I actually just try to, nope, I don't. Okay, so there is, I think the one where I actually beat it is the one where I shoot him from a top, where he like starts out. So I don't make it through this one either, spoiler alert, but what else is new? And I have like a smidge. I think I get sniped from, yeah, somebody shot me from underneath the grate, which is so stupid, that this thing. Okay, so one more time. Pretty sure this is the last time. Accidentally picked up a hand cannon ammo, and we don't want that because that just takes up space. Oh, no, that was not the last time. It was a surprise to me too. Okay, so I shot him once up there. Now he just has one more shot. Boom, he's done. And I think this is definitely the one where I do this area to completion. And I could tell because I actually showcased where the handgun was, unlike the other few times, because I knew I died. God, that barrel was so hard to shoot. I don't know why. And then of course, the guy sneaks up on me and tases me. So I had to get some space. Use your handy dandy grenade. Then out the herd. And there's still so many more of them. I don't know how I got through that. Even got to, see, the plagas. The thing that is so annoying about the plagas, the granados that are infected, is that if they are in a hitting animation, so like they're in mid-swing, and you shoot their head off, if they have a plagas in them, they're still gonna go right through and continue hitting you. So it's so dumb, for lack of a better word. And I don't know, I feel like you guys have heard me curse more than enough in my last video, so I'm gonna keep it PG. during this commentary. Literally going all this way just for a red herb. Red herb obtained. And now I have to get rid of another item. So we're pretty much done. There's no more handgun ammo that you're gonna get. So we have 4 slots open. 3 of them are health items and 1 is a grenade. And now we go into the saddler fight. See, and this is the one thing that showcases just how handicapped the accuracy is with the hand cannon, because I'm pretty sure I don't land one shot on one of the eyeballs on his legs. I'm just doing all body shots, because if you didn't know, you can do body shots that are, you know, and when I say body shots, it's that little body that's hanging on the bottom there. You can just shoot the crap out of that. It'll take longer because it's not really vulnerable, but since you have the hand cannon, it does a lot more damage than normal. So I basically just stopped trying to even attempt to shoot the eyes on the legs and just started doing numerous body shots. And in this scene, so just so that you know, when he gets into that swinging animation, it's almost like a biting animation. He will keep on doing that until he hits you, if you're close enough. So he's done. We beat him. Not too bad. And it was all body shots that did it. So now we just gotta make our way to the end, and we're done. So normally for this sequence, I usually just leave Ashley up there and then I do the restart for the checkpoint and she'll just quickly come to your side. But I was so afraid that, I don't know, with my luck, I would have pushed something that would have made me exit, and then I would have been like, oh my God, because I have not been saving this whole game. So if I did accidentally exit, yeah, that would have been so long for all my effort, 4 hours down the drain. And it's so... Well, that is everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my commentary. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. Please stick around. There'll be more and more creative things happening going forward, so please do stick around for those. And I do have my movie review that is going to be coming up of all the DC animated films, so do stick around for that. And here's my personal best. It was 2 hours and 48 minutes. And this clear time was 3 hours 23. So yeah, I don't know if the 2:48 is an actual record to beat, but if it is, there it is. Now I'm going to turn it over back to past Complex Man. You guys have a great one. Bye.
Okay, people, we've done it. We did it. Okay, so the tutorial is out. It is going into the editing process. It will be done probably sometime, I don't know, hopefully if not by tomorrow, the next day. And that'll get out there to all of you so you guys can watch, enjoy. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you always know when I'm posting more things. And please do, I did put a poll out there. I will post it on here somewhere. For what game do you want me to play next? It's either going to be the continuation of Resident Evil 5, but please give me a break. It could be, what else? Dead Space or BioShock, which quite frankly, I'm kind of gravitating towards BioShock because it is a good change of pace. Dead Space is a lot of the same thing as Resident Evil, you know, it's just in space. But thank you for sticking around, watching this to the full, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Rock out, peace out, and I'll see you later.
Come on, buddy, how many?
I made, 85.